Hey Manish, good evening Manish. Happy New Year. I don't know if I am able to see everybody who's on the video.
Jay, before you start,
Yes,
um,
yes,
I
yes,
have an agenda today for attending this class session. Is that
yes,
I'm actually trying to promote more this yoga challenge in
yes,
GBS.
yes.
So, if you can give me the background as to what are the things and how would be that challenge day would be, then I can communicate the same to the rest of my
Of
team.
course, of course, of course. Yeah, we will initially have an orientation, as I had said. um, Welcome all to the new year, and usually when we have something new, we can use that as a way to start other good things. And so let this be few other good things that we start this Surya Namaskar challenge, as we call it. Let it be another good thing that we start. Even though the Surya Namaskar challenge is physical mostly, or it would seem like it is physical mostly, it is not so, or it is not just that. For those who have been practicing for a while, yoga practice, even though physical aspect is where we start, it is only a starting point. Um, as the saying goes, where the body goes, the mind goes. Where the mind goes, where the and body goes there. The body and the mind and the breath are interrelated, interdependent. And so in Hatha Yoga practice, which is where the Surya Namaskara practice kind of evolved from, starts with the body, the physical aspects as a starting point, because even though where we are really going is a mind journey or an overall person journey, it is easier to start with the physical aspects. I can give you instructions and I can see you if you're following, or if you are having difficulty, I can see this. In the meantime, there is also a mind journey that is happening, which I cannot see, nobody can see but you. And so I invite you to this whole person practice, even though we kind of start with the physical aspect. It is about the whole person. In fact, yoga, as it was conceived, it was purely a mind-oriented practice. But a lot of people had difficulty entering into a purely mind-oriented practice. Patanjali wrote Yoga Sutras. In that, there are only very few sutras for asanas. The rest are all mind-oriented. And so a lot of people had difficulty. And so later on, few centuries ago, the Hatha Yoga school began to include more people who are at least able to start at the physical level, right? And so this is the background of what the Hatha Yoga and the physical and mental aspects of it. Hatha Yoga is a balancing practice. Balancing Ha and Tha means the sun and the moon. You can think of the world being full of what we call polar opposites or complementary. They're opposites, but they're complementary. Let me give you an example. When we say right, There cannot be a right without the left. So right and left, we might think as opposites. In a way, they are opposites, but one cannot exist without the other. You say north, north cannot exist without a south. Up, there is no up when there is no down. When there is, you cannot have one side of the coin alone, right? As in fact, if you pay attention, you would find lot, I mean, around us about ourselves. We have an inner view, we have an external view, we have we have our negative emotions and positive emotions. All of these, we would label certain things as likable and certain things as not likable. All of these are polar opposites, or so it would seem, because obviously the things that you like are the things that you want and you're attracted, and the things that you don't like are the things that you want to run away from. And so you would think that these are polar opposites. But remember, these polar opposites are at a level, they are opposites, but they are complementary because one cannot exist without the other. And Hatha Yoga practice helps us transcend these polar opposites. And it starts with the body, but as I said, it is really the mind journey. It's a journey of the mind. And it is just that we start with the body. Having said that, each one of us are in different, we are all on the same journey. So I can, since you all attended this session, I would call all of you as yogis. We are all yogis, yogis on a journey. And I don't know if this is your first session or if you've been practicing for several years already. We are all on the path of yoga. And in the way we approach the sessions here, we have, by the way, by next February, next month, we will be completing 9 years of yoga at Juniper. So I must thank all of you who have supported these over the years. This has been a journey, an excellent, very rewarding journey. And so we are all yogis. We are all in different, how shall we say, stages of the journey. People who have practiced long might be a bit ahead of us. And there are people who are beginning maybe a bit behind, but we are all on the same journey, same path of yoga. And given that, from a physical posture perspective, as we learn, there is no perfect posture. A posture, what I would expect from all of us in these sessions, going toward the end of the challenge, is as best as you could. As best as you could, not more than that, which might cause injury. Definitely not less than that, because that won't be diligent. So all I would expect from all of us as we go through this, your full diligence and attention to your own experience. You don't really need to care about what others are doing or not doing, or able to effortlessly do or not. It does not matter at all. what really matters is, are you diligent? Are you paying attention to your own experience? Your own experience. That's all I'm asking for. And what we will do in these series of sessions, we will learn the proper way of doing Surya Namaskara. Since we will be repeating this more, any misalignment might cause a problem in the long run. So it is very important to learn proper alignment of Surya Namaskara, especially because we will be repeating this a lot. That is one. So first is diligence. Second is attention to your own experience as you listen to my instructions and follow along as best as you could. Now I'm going to pause here. What we will do is at each stage or each week, we will slowly step up the repetitions that we do. For example, this week, we will get comfortable or practice to get comfortable for, let's say, 6 rounds of Surya Namaskara in each of the sessions. That is what we will do. And then we will step it up as we go along. By February end, I would like all of us to be having the physical and mental flexibility, uh, the the energy that is needed and the strength that is needed to be able to do 36 rounds of Surya Namaskar. So endurance, flexibility, strength, all of these mental and physical are needed to safely practice 36 rounds of Surya Namaskara without causing any injury. That is the journey. Let me pause here. Please be kind enough to ask questions, because if you have a question, the answer might benefit everybody, or at least those who have the same question. So please feel free to ask all questions. There is no simple question, deep question. If I don't know the answer, I will say I don't know the answer. Yes, Shankar.
Yeah, sir, good evening. I'm in medication. I have undergone angioplasty and diabetes. So, what are the prerequisites that I need to consider before we start with this?
Very good, Shankar. Thank you. Hatha yoga practice can be a very good way to recover. First thing should be for you to go to the doctor and ask for permission. This is very important. While we are trying to improve our mental and physical health, we don't want to be doing this when we are not ready for it. Okay, so please consult the doctor and you say this is what we are going to do. And after you get the permission, you can continue.
Yes.
Okay, Shankar, thank you. Thank you for asking a very important question. Other Manav, you have a question, Manav?
Yes. So one is there are different styles of Surya Namaskar.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
so
Yes.
what would be that we'll be following?
Yes. Yes. We would follow Bihar school. This Surya Namaskara practice comes from the Bihar school of yoga. Is that sufficient, Manav? There are different styles.
Okay.
In fact, there are different
Yeah.
variations of it. This is one this is the one that we will be practicing.
So basically, I see the variation when after Ashwa Sanchalana, then either you go to the plank Dandasana, or some people do the Parvatasana.
Yes.
And
Yes.
so I see different variations there.
Lots of variations. There are so
Yes.
many variations.
Okay, so this is the 1,000 yoga day, whatever they taught. That's the same method we are going to follow.
Yes. This is how I learned to practice in Thousand Yoga School as I was going, and I went to teachers training there. And this is how we learned this there. And so this comes from, you can say this is a variation coming out of the Bihar Yoga School.
I thought it was Mysore Shivananda style.
I saw this in books. Maybe see, all of this is rooting, I don't know where, right? They all could be similar. And the way I learned this is from the Bihar Yoga. The teacher that I learned from comes from the Bihar Yoga School.
The second question I have is
Yes.
36 rounds means 36 that to complete rounds, that is 12. I mean, not 12, 24 steps.
So right side and left side together is one round.
Okay.
So if we do so let's say today we practice 3 rounds, you would have gone right and left, right and left, and right and left. Yes. Any other question, Manav?
Yes.
Yes.
Third question is, during the challenge day, how it would be? We'd come on online and do it? Yes. Or is it going to be in office, in a hall? How is it going to?
As of now, I would like us to all come like this, come on video if we can, and practice together. If there are any changes, we will let you know. Right now, this is the plan. Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, keep your ideas coming. We will see. Nothing is written in stone. Yes, Shraddha, please go ahead, Shraddha.
Jay, last time I was part of this challenge, I injured myself after 12 rounds.
Yes.
So badly that I had to quit yoga for 2-3 months.
Yes. Yes.
So any advice this time, Jay?
Yes, and so this is thank you so much, Shraddha. This is very, very important. So this is why diligence and attention both are really needed. Diligence and attention. Diligence, so you go up to the edge in the pastures because that is where the growth is. Attention is absolutely needed, so you don't go past the edge and do something that the body is not ready to do yet. In the injury means what? See, the postures are, how should we say, we practice a lot. You might have even practiced before. But after, let us say, your early practice, you came up to a point where you pushed past a limit, and that then led to a problem. So if we are all on a journey, let us say we are all practicing together, let us say in a session we are going to do 12 rounds. But if at the 10th round you feel that you are reaching the edge, then what is the right thing to do is to sit down and not force yourself to continue with the others just because others are progressing and you have hit the edge, you are trying to continue. That is a problem. So there is this is the prescription to avoid injury, and that is learn the alignment properly. So misalignments don't cause injuries. And if you have questions about alignment, ask, right? That is, and especially today, right? We are not going to do too much practice. It is just so we understand. We will practice. And if there are any questions about alignment, we will answer all questions alignment, not just today, tomorrow, the rest of the week or day after and Friday. We'll open it up for any questions anytime. So learn the alignment and pay attention. And if you feel like you've hit the limit today and you're not able to continue, simply sit and close your eyes and watch your breath until others continue and you become okay enough to continue. Then you can continue. Maybe you'd have missed few counts, but that day, that is better than trying to force yourself to go where you're not yet ready to go. Does that help, Shraddha?
Yeah, yes, Jay, but I think last time I didn't realize that I have hit my limit because I only came to know the next day that, I've injured myself. That day I didn't even realize that, I've hit my limit.
Yeah. So the again, all I can say is be even more vigilant. And the next day, if you're sore, you can take a ice or a colder shower can help. Or if there are specific parts that are sore, you can have ice pack. You can anything cold water would help. Cold shower would help. All of these would reduce inflammation if you're not used to this kind of practice.
Okay, Jay, thank you.
Sure, Shraddha. Thank you very much. Other questions? Please ask. Please be kind enough to ask the questions. So the answers would help others who are not yet asking those questions, the same questions.
Jay, very fundamental question.
Yes,
Are there any
yes.
do's and don'ts, like what time we should finish the intake of food or water?
Yes, good. Thank you. Thank you, Vijay. That's a good question. So yoga practice, not just the Surya Namaskara challenge or anything, right? Yoga practice requires relatively empty stomach, relatively empty. I mean, if you have a tea or something, it's okay. A half hour or so, back. If you had, that's okay. But if you had like a big meal, please. Hatha yoga practice is not about spending energy, but to get the energy to flow. And yet, to get the energy to flow, there will be energy expenditure as part of the postures as we go through. And especially if you are on a challenge, there will be good amount of energy. If you have a lot of food sitting in your stomach and the stomach needs a lot of energy to digest the food, it's not a good time to practice. You will find it uncomfortable and it is a kind of a violence, and ahimsa is the very first tenet of yoga. We don't want to cause violence to our own body and our own mind. That's the very first step. Going where the body and mind are not ready to go is a kind of a violence. Eating heavy food and then immediately trying to practice is a kind of a violence. Let's avoid that. So have food early. Water is good. And so a relatively empty stomach is better. Thank you, Vijay. Any other questions, Vijay?
No, Jay, thanks.
Other questions, please.
Hi, Jay, Aruna here.
Yes, Aruna.
Jay, earlier, as Shraddha mentioned, like it is about sore body or something, right?
Yes. Yes.
Relatively when we give a gap and practice.
Yes.
So is it good to continue with the sore body, or is it good to give some rest and then continue? Rest, I mean like a day or two, something like that.
Yes, you can rest. Definitely you can rest. You don't have to push through some sore body situation. If we practice well and if we are progressing well, within 24 hours, your soreness should completely go away. And you should be ready for practice in 24 hours. But if this is completely new to you, it might take longer, and cold showers or ice packs would help. But I don't want any of us to be violent and push through pain, right? That is not this practice.
Thank you.
See, we are trying to improve. We are trying to get stronger mentally and physically. Going toward a 36 round Surya Namaskara, it takes a courage, mental courage, and physical strength and flexibility and endurance. So, and we want to do that in a way that we take our mind and body, we want to train it so we grow to doing that. We
Jay,
really grow. Sorry, go ahead, Aruna.
Like when we say this 36 rounds, is there a time limit we are setting for ourselves to practice?
End of February.
No, the 36 sessions in how much time? Like 30 minutes, 40 minutes?
It will take, I would say 30, within an hour we should be able to do.
Okay, okay.
Within one session, we will be able to do.
Okay.
It is not, see, if you are in reasonable conditions, it is not too difficult, nor is it too easy. Last time we did 24 rounds and many participants that they felt like they didn't think it was possible and we did it. And so we are upping the level. And I hope all of us would come on this journey of discovery of the strength that we already have. The mental and physical strength that we already have. But we don't want to kind of be violent about it. We want to be growing to it. And so these practice sessions are very important. Please don't attempt, okay, I skipped several things and so the rest of the people are all already on the 18th round, week. So I'm going to jump and do 18 rounds. Please don't. And so please gradually let us grow together. Other questions? Yes,
Yeah.
Rekha. Rekha, you had a question, Rekha?
Yeah, Jay, I have a question. Any special instructions for the first timers who are taking up such challenges?
This will be a beginners. I am assuming many of you are practicing for the first time. So today is a beginner's session. So you're welcome to join. Even if you have not practiced ever, and this is your very first yoga journey, very first step in the yoga journey, you're very welcome.
Thanks, Jay.
Naveen?
Yeah, hi Jay. So it is just an ask, like when we start practicing it, right? When we start doing Namaskara, you just tell us like when the first round is complete. Like in the beginning, you said we have to do both the legs, right? I just got confused. Once we start, you just let us know when we are considering one round is completed.
No, I will actually for this, I will give each step instruction.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I will give instructions for each step, so we will all be together.
Okay, Jay. Thank you.
And I will not hurry it. I will give time. So, and if you think I am too fast, let me know. I will adjust because I want all of us to walk through, even if you practiced. And I'm slowing it, it only adds you to the experience of holding a posture for longer. And that you should invite as a challenge in its own respect. So even if you've been practicing for 10, 20 years, as I slow Surya Namaskara down, for others' sake, as you're holding the posture, bring more attention to that posture and experience that posture in full. And so we will be doing this together. Praveen?
Yeah, hi Jay.
Yes, Praveen.
I've been trying to practice Surya Namaskara for a while now, on and off.
Yes.
Not that
Yes.
consistent, but I never went past four sets. I was
Okay.
hoping you would say 4 sets are 8 sets, but yeah, so I never went past 4 sets. That I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong, or is it like you said, my body is not ready for it.
We will grow
Just
together, Praveen. We will grow together, Praveen.
hopefully. My actual question is, how do I know like if my posture is right? So every time I do the Surya Namaskara, my first question is, am I doing this right? People,
Yes.
most of my guide has been YouTube videos,
Yeah.
and always ask myself, am I doing this position right? So, and I actually tend to spend more time there, like 5 to 10 seconds. Am I doing right? Making small adjustments there. So when you are helping us, if you can tell us what is the exact, how do we know?
Of
How do we
course.
validate
Of
each
course.
posture?
Of course. Of course. And if you want me to correct, please come on the video so I can watch and correct.
Yeah,
Thank
I'll
you.
do that, Jay.
Thank you, Praveen. Pooja? Pooja? Pooja,
Hello.
my
Hi.
friend. Yes, Pooja. Go ahead, Pooja.
So Jay, like I have practiced Surya Namaskara before also, but I am going to do the second step, which is Hasta Uttasana every time. So I feel that there is a lack of flexibility in my back, or I'm not able to touch my hands to the feet, and because of that, I feel so much demotivated while doing Surya Namaskar because that is the only step which I'm unable to do so far. So will you be able to tell the easy way or the simpler way to gain that posture, or how to increase the flexibility on that terms?
Pooja, I don't know if you joined the
Jay, can I
session.
answer this question?
Okay. Okay.
It took 4 years of practice for me to just touch the ground. And many asanas, even now, I've been practicing for 5 years now, been very difficult. And very recently, I was able to do some some asanas. So it is a journey, and I would say that don't fight, surrender, and
Perfect.
it will become it
Perfect.
will come to you.
Perfect. Perfect, Mano. Beautiful answer.
So Jay, I want to add on. This is Amita here.
Yes. Yes. Yes, go ahead.
Like Manav said, I have been practicing yoga for several years, but if I'm able to hold a posture today, for whatsoever reasons, I'm not able to hold the posture tomorrow. And also, when doing a posture, sometimes I'm able to do it perfectly well on one side, and on some days it does not happen on the other side. So it's patience and just go with the flow.
Beautiful, beautiful answer. See, we have yogis who can answer all your questions, Pooja. The only thing that I would add, remember earlier on, I don't know if you were there, there is no perfect posture, Pooja.
Okay.
If you are bending forward, remember all I'm asking for is your diligence and attention.
Yes.
If you are bending forward as much as you can is all I'm asking for.
Okay.
Nothing more, nothing less though. Don't take it easy, right?
Yeah.
Then there is no growth. We won't be able to grow together to do 36 rounds if you're taking it easy.
Okay.
Nor are we going to make it if you cause injury by going past an edge that you ignore.
Right.
Thank you, Pooja. Girish?
Thank you.
Jay, good evening.
Yes.
Due to different working timings, so if in case we miss any sessions due to some personal reason,
yes.
If you want to continue with the next session, is there any sequence? How do we?
Yeah. So what the videos are recorded. The videos are available on this team channel itself. You can play the video and And as soon as you get the chance, let's say tomorrow morning, for example, practice with the video. Yes.
Yes.
And Niranjana has been doing a stellar job of also posting these videos on YouTube. If there are people who cannot directly join these sessions, your friends and families, they can actually see the videos and practice from YouTube also. Yes.
That's great. Thank you.
Thank you. Two more questions and then we will start the practice. Yatish.
Hey, hi Jay, Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Jay, I want to add one thing actually. So, do you recommend any kind of protein, maybe whey protein or taking a more protein to basically to recover from the muscle tear?
Eat normal food. I would say a wholesome meal when you're hungry and not when you are not feeling hungry. That is all. If you're lucky enough to have a home cooked meal, eat a wholesome meal, a healthy meal. If your mom cooks, right, usually it's a healthy meal. Eat a healthy meal, just enough healthy meal, not more than what you need when you're hungry, and avoid eating when you are not hungry. That is, this is the simple food advice, please. No protein, no extra protein. All of that is not. I mean, you can have it, but that is not needed, or at least I'm not asking you to do any of that. Eat wholesome meal when you're hungry, just enough. No, don't overeat it. Eat when you're hungry. Avoid eating when you're not hungry. That okay, Girish?
Yeah, thank you, Jay.
Thank you, Girish. Oh, Yatish, was that Yatish asking the question? Sorry.
Yeah, correct.
Adarsh?
Yeah, hi Jay. I mean,
Last question, Adarsh.
thanks for starting this. I think very exciting for all of us. One
Sure.
question I had is while we are gearing up towards this challenge, from a
Yes.
real life perspective, if you believe, we have to get the best out of Surya Namaskar,
Yes,
how
sir.
many do you suggest on a daily basis that we should continue over a real period of time, apart from this challenge for February?
If you have time for one, do one. If you have time for three, do three. If you have time for six, six would be very nice if you can. But if you have time for only one round, do one round.
Thank you. Yeah.
With that, let us begin. Sit comfortably on a mat. Any comfortable seated posture, meditative posture, cross-legged posture, Sukhasana, Ardha Padmasana, Padmasana, Vajrasana, any of your favorite seated posture. Bring the upper arm, just one, open your eyes just a bit. So the terminology is, this is hand, forearm, upper arm, elbow. These things, let there be not any confusion. Sometimes people mean the whole arm when they say hand. So this is hand. Wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm. So allow the upper arms to hang by the side of the body, the elbows by the side of the body, and then place the back of your hands on the thighs and knees, palms facing up, spine comfortably erect, eyes softly closed. Three deep breaths. After 3 deep breaths, continue to stay with the breath, normal breath. Where do you feel your breath the most? Could be your abdomen, chest, throat, nostrils. Wherever you feel your breath the most, rest your awareness in that area and continue to stay with the breath as the breath comes in and goes. Nothing more to do, nothing to improve, nothing to hold on to, nothing to avoid. Natural, life nourishing, miraculous breath. We go all around looking for miracles. It is right here. You are that miracle. As you pay attention to this breath, your mind is naturally right here and now. And that is a practice. All the movements, all the postures are in service of getting our minds to be right here and now. That is all. Palms to the heart center. Namaskara mudra. Tilt your head forward. May this practice be for the benefit of all. Gently open your eyes. Inhaling, take the arms by the side, palms going up, looking up. Exhaling, palms coming down to the chest, looking down. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. One more round. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Release. Come up to standing. Since we took a bit longer for the Q&A sessions, which is very important, we will extend the session by 15 more minutes. So I hope your schedules allow that. Feet wide apart. Look down at your feet. Bring the inner feet parallel to each other, toes pointing directly forward. Hands on your waist. Take a deep breath, exhale. Arms up, interlacing fingers, palms facing up. Inhaling, gentle back bend. Next inhalation, come up straight. Next exhalation, bend your knees deeply. Utkatasana variation. Bend your knees deeply as much as you can. Next exhalation, bend from your hips. Bring the upper body parallel to the ground. Look at the back of your hands. Forward bend. Bring the upper body parallel to the ground. Look at the back of your hand. Next inhalation, go back to Utkatasana. Next inhalation, come up straight. Next exhalation, bend the upper body toward your right wall. Bend, not twist, Vinay. Bend toward the right wall. Inhaling center. Exhaling, go to the left wall. Inhaling center. Take a deep breath. Next exhalation, twist your upper body toward the right wall. Inhaling center. Exhaling, twist toward the left wall. Inhaling center. Hands on the waist. Take a deep breath. Raghunandan, you need a lot more distance between your feet. Broad stance, yes, better. As broad. I don't know if you can see Manjit and Vinay or Sanjay Kumar on the video. They have all been practicing for a while. So if you have any, if my instructions are not clear, please, you can watch them as well. Take another deep breath. Let's do this one more time before we go to Surya Namaskara. Arms up, interlacing fingers, palms facing up. Next inhalation, move your hips forward, chest to the front, and then take your arms to the back. Look up, back bend. Look up. Next inhalation, come up straight. Next exhalation, bend your knees deeply, Utkatasana variation. Keeping the knees exactly bent as they are. Next exhalation, bend from the hips, bring the body and the arms parallel to the ground. Next inhalation, go back to Utkatasana. Next inhalation, come up straight. Next exhalation, bend toward your right wall. Inhaling, come up. Exhaling, go toward the left wall. Inhaling, come up. Next exhalation, twist toward the right wall. Inhaling, come up, center. Exhaling, twist toward the left. Inhaling, center. Release the arms, bring your feet comfortably closer. Relax, stand relaxed. What we did is to take the spine through the simple range of its motions, the back bend, the forward bend, the side bend, the twist. And we also got the big muscles in the body to engage. And if you're feeling a bit warm, that is intended. There's nothing wrong with it at all. In fact, warm up before the practice is important. Now we will practice Surya Namaskara postures, and we will do the Surya Namaskara. We will put the sequence together at the end, but first we will do postures. First posture is Tadasana, feet close together. Standing tall. If you're not able to bring your feet entirely close together, you can make an inch gap between your feet, but the inner edges of your feet are parallel to each other. Now your knees, hips, shoulders, and head are all in the same plane, standing tall. Imagine there is a thread that is connected to the roof of your head, and somebody is gently pulling the roof of your head up. And you can get the same energy to pull yourself up from the inner arches of your feet by gently pressing down around the big toes, so the ball of the foot around the big toes. As you gently bring more pressure, you will get more energy to lift yourself up toward the ceiling, even as you relax your shoulders. Relax the shoulders, palms facing the thighs by the side. Tadasana. Namaskara mudra, bring your palms together. Next, Hasta Uttana practice, which is to back bend. Take your arms all the way up, move your hips to the front, move your chest to the front, and then take your arms toward the back, look up, and hold the posture. 3 deep breaths, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling, come up to center. Namaskara mudra. Release the arms. The most important thing in the back bend is to move the hips forward first, then moving the chest toward the front. As you take the arms toward the back and down, look up. Only those who are comfortable can drop the head in the back. Others simply look up at the ceiling, holding your chin toward closer, or keep the chin and the chest positioning the same as you look up at the ceiling. Those who are really comfortable can drop. If you are feeling dizzy when you drop the head, don't drop the head. Simply keep the chin in the same posture as you look up. Let's practice this one more time. Namaskara mudra. Take the arms all the way up. Move your hips to the front first. Move the chest to the front. And then start taking the arms toward the back. Look up at the ceiling. Now bring balance on your feet. You're not on your heels, nor on your toes. 3, 2, 1. Next exhalation, full forward bend, go forward, bend from the hips forward, bend from the hips forward. You can bend your knees if you have a lower back issue. Simply bend forward. Others keep the knees straight and then bend forward. Those who are flexible can place the palms by the sides of your feet on the mat. Head down, roof of your head facing your feet or the mat. 3, 2, 1. Hands on your waist. Inhaling, come up. Release arms. Release arms. Take a deep breath, exhale. Remember in the warm-up, I was asking you to take the spine through the various motions. In Surya Namaskara, it's beautifully designed to take the spine in various range of motions. Not much of side bends and twist, but the forward and backward range would be very much explored in Surya Namaskara practice. Now let us proceed further. Tadasana. Namaskara mudra. Inhaling, move your hips to the front, chest to the front, take the arms all the way up and back bend. Next exhalation, forward bend. Now Even if you're not reaching the ground, bend your knees deeply, place your fingertips by the side of your feet, and then take the right foot back, long step back. Ashvasanchalana. Now your weight is more on your feet, not on your fingertips, not as much on your fingertips or the palms down, if you're able to get the palms down. Get the left knee on top of the left ankle. Back foot is on the toes. Look up. Ashvasanchalana. Now, bend your front knee enough to place the palms shoulder width apart on the ground. Bend your knee enough to place the palms on the ground. Now, it allows you to take the left foot back. Take the left foot back. Plank. In plank, your shoulder blades on your back are going away from each other. Hold your abdomen tight. Next exhalation, drop your knees down. Take a deep breath here. Now, next exhalation, start bending your elbow and take the chest toward the mat. Bend the elbow and take the chest down to the mat. Chin down, chest down, knees down. Now, if you're not able to take the chest down to the mat, simply lie down. From here, scooping to the front, raise your head, chin up, head up, chest up. Lie down on the mat and then chin up, head up, chest up. Bhujangasana. Toes pointing to the back. Big toes touching each other, forming the tail of the cobra. Chin down on the ground, relax. Bring the chin down, relax. In Bhujangasana, as we practice here, you don't need to press the palms down and extend the elbow in Bhujangasana. All you need to do is bring the lower back muscle strength to lift the head and chest off the mat. Next inhalation, chin up, head up, chest up. Not much weight on your, don't press down on the palms at all. Use the back muscle strength to chin up, head up. Sanjay, go down, Sanjay. Yes, just hold. Yes, that's it. That's it. Keep that. Next exhalation, chin down on the ground. Relax. Tuck your toes in. Next exhalation, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Now here, your palms are shoulder width apart. Palms and fingers are on the ground. Look at your palms and fingers. Are all the fingers on the ground? Sometimes you might only have the little finger and ring finger and middle finger. You might have your index finger and thumb not taking the weight. If you do that, you might cause injury. Press the whole palm down, all the fingers down. Palms are no more than shoulder width apart, no more than shoulder width. And now raise your seat bone up toward the ceiling. Rekha, keep going. Your seat bone's going up to the ceiling. You see Sanjay or Vinay on the video? Yes, keep going, keep going. Take your chest toward the knees, Rekha. Chest going toward, yes, keep going, keep going. Very nice. Bend the knees, you can bend the knees, not a problem. Bend the knees and take the chest toward the knees. Next inhalation. Oh, I'll tell you the easier version. Drop your knees down. Drop your knees down, both knees down. Step your right foot forward between the palms. And then come up in Ashvasanchalana. Bring the left knee up. This is one way to do it. Take the left foot back. Take the left foot back now. Sorry, did I say right? Sorry, right foot back. Take the right foot back. Go back to Adho Mukha. Next inhalation, if you can, take the right foot directly forward and place the right foot between the palms, Ashva. If you're not able to do this in one step, drop the knees and walk forward. Next exhalation, left foot forward. Uttanasana. Next inhalation, Hasta Uttana, back bend, all the way to the back bend. And Namaskara Mudra. This is half a round of Surya Namaskara. Let us complete other half and then time for questions. Inhaling back bend. Exhaling forward bend. Inhaling left foot back. Right foot back. Drop your knees down. Exhaling chest on the ground, chin on the ground, Ashtanga Namaskara. Inhaling Bhujangasana. Exhaling Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhaling left foot forward. If you're not able to do this in one step, drop both the knees and then take the left foot forward and then take the right knee off the ground. Next exhalation, right foot forward. Next inhalation, back bend. Next exhalation, Namaskara Mudra. Release the arms. Stand relaxed. Sit down on the mat. Questions? If you want me to correct or if you think you're not doing something right, please come on the video, ask a question, and I can correct you so others can also benefit from that. Yes, Aruna.
Hi, Jay.
Yes.
My question is around the breath.
Yes.
Although I think one posture is for either inhale or exhale,
Yeah.
but sometimes we tend to continue to breathe.
Yes. Don't worry about it right now. Breath
Okay.
coordination we will learn for now, at least for these early sessions, focus on alignment. The proper posture is the first step. And it is important to learn the proper postures because we will be repeating this a lot and misalignment adds up. And so if you think you're not, if you even have a slight doubt, better to ask. Other questions?
Hi, Jay, Naveen here.
Yes.
Like when our chin and chest are down, right? So and while we are going for Adho Mukha Svanasana, sorry if I'm getting the names wrong.
No problem. No
So
problem.
what is the
No
best
need.
way to go back? Generally, I just like almost half a plank and I will go back. So what is the best way to go?
So let us see if we can get Manjit, if you can come to plank posture, Manjit. So please let's watch Manjit here. Plank posture. Drop your knees down. Chest between the palms, chin down. Ashtanga Namaskara. So this is Ashtanga Namaskara. From here, Bhujangasana is to lower the hips down, scooping forward, and take the toes toward the back is Bhujangasana. And then To come to Adho Mukha Svanasana, of course, you need to press the palms down, tuck the toes in, and then go to Adho Mukha Svanasana, like that. Does that help? How Manjit practiced?
Yes, Jay.
Yes. Very good question. Thanks, Manjit. Drop your knees down, and Manjit, you can come to your comfortable seated posture. Other questions? We will practice one more time. Come up to standing. And this time I want you to pay attention to not just my instructions, what your experience is. And if you have doubts, please note down, because I will give you one more chance after we practice this round for questions before we end the session. Front of the mat, Tadasana. Namaskara Mudra. Inhaling, back bend. Exhaling, forward bend. Inhaling, right foot back, long step back. Even if you take multiple breaths, it's okay. Even though I'm giving instructions, take as many breaths as you need. Left foot back. Drop your knees down. Bend your elbows and bring the chest and chin down on the ground. If you're not able to do this with the hips up, simply lie down. Next, Bhujangasana. Take the toes toward the back, scoop forward, chin and chest up. Next exhalation, press the palms and Adho Mukha Svanasana. Next exhalation. Take in as many breaths as you need. Next inhalation, right foot forward between the palms, Ashvasanchalana. Back knee is off the mat. Back heel is going toward the back wall, chin up. Right knee is on top of the right ankle. Next exhalation, left foot forward, Uttanasana. Next inhalation, Hasta Uttana, back bend. Next exhalation, Namaskara Mudra. Take a deep breath, exhale. Inhaling, back bend. Exhaling, forward bend. Next inhalation, left foot back, long step back, look up. Right foot back, Palakasana. Next exhalation, Ashtanga Namaskara. Drop your knees down, bend your elbows, keep the elbows close to the body, chest down, chin down. Inhaling, Bhujangasana, Cobra posture. Like the cobra raising its head, the toes forming the tail of the cobra. Next exhalation, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Next inhalation, left foot forward, Ashvasanchalana. If you're not able to do this in one step, drop both the knees, take the left foot forward and then take the right knee off the mat and look up. Next exhalation, right foot forward, Uttanasana. Inhaling, back bend. Exhaling, Namaskara Mudra. Release the arms. Sit, come to seated posture. Please ask any questions. If there is any alignment questions, please, even if you have a slight doubt, please ask. Yes, Manav.
So Ashwasanchalana.
Yeah.
Some teachers teach where they ask us to keep the knees down.
Down, yes.
And our 1,000 yoga teachers always ask us to keep the knees up. So is there any difference in it? Is it because many people do follow like keeping the knees down?
Yeah. In this practice, we keep the knees up. As I said, there are different variations. This variation, first Sanchalana, we keep the knees up. That is how we will practice. Thank you, Manav. Other questions?
Jay,
Yes.
normally for Bhujangasana, in my earlier practice, right?
Yes.
I have a pressure coming on to my like the complete
Yes.
hand.
Yeah.
So when you were explaining, actually you're saying like don't try to bring the pressure
Yes.
there, right?
Yes. Yes.
So
Yes.
how do I achieve that actually? I think maybe I have to undo my earlier.
Yes, and so you can think of this as before you press the palms and extend the arms, there is variation of that, right? You can think of these as two variations of Bhujangasana. The Bhujangasana that we will practice is simply use the back muscle strength to come up with the chin up and head up and chest up without pressing the palms. And then you press the palms and extend and on your way to Adho Mukha. Yeah. So you will get there. It is initially you keep in Bhujangasana only you're using your back muscles rather than using it. This will strengthen your back even more so than pressing the palms, and pressing the palms is more a deeper back bend. But Bhujangasana without pressing the palms will strengthen your back even more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good
So
question,
while
Arun.
coming back, we should
Yes.
press the arms and then come into the next posture.
Next posture, correct,
Okay.
exactly. Very good. Yes, Arun, got that right. Other questions? If not, lie down in Shavasana.
Hey Jay, one
Yes,
question
Naveen.
here.
Go ahead, Naveen. Go ahead, Naveen. Yes.
It's apart from the postures, is yoga mats mandatory for this? If yes, what kind
Unless you are experienced practitioner, I would recommend a mat.
No, I'm a beginner. That's what.
Then I would definitely recommend a mat. Yes. Yes.
So what kind of mats you prefer?
Any regular mat is fine.
That means there are two
Something
type
that
of
gives you cushion when you bring the knees down, for example, or when you sit down. It's a bit of a cushion. It's something that doesn't slip around on the floor.
Okay.
Nothing fancy, just get a regular mat is good.
Sure, thank you.
In Shavasana, separating your feet comfortably wide. Taking the arms a bit away from the body. Keep the shoulders away from your ears. And simply let go of your body. While paying attention to your abdomen rising and falling with each breath. Relax. Let every breath come and go. And as you stay with each breath, let your body be completely taken up by gravity. Surrender your body. And stay with the breath. Relax. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Gently move your fingers and toes. Bring your legs together. Take your arms overhead, interlacing fingers. Stretch from the fingers to toes. Release the arms. Bend your knees, roll onto your right side. Use your right arm as a pillow. Rest. When you're ready to sit up facing forward, eyes closed. Any comfortable seated posture. Take your hands back, holding your left wrist with the right hand. Inhale, growing taller. Exhaling, bending forward, thanking Mother Earth. Inhaling, come up. Rub your palms vigorously, generating heat. Massage your closed eyes with the heated palms and gently blink your eyes open. Namaste. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. I will stay on for any questions.